Oh, no.
Oh.
Not another one.
We're doing this?
Oh, man.
Is that what's on? Us?
Yeah, it's us again. Now it's just going to be, I thought we were going to watch something good. It's just us.
We're both wearing red.
I know it's because it's New Year's Day. What day?
No.
This is a holiday, right? What is this, Arbor Day?
No. Is that it?
Cinco de Mayo.
Nope.
Yes.
Well, you know what day Cinco de Mayo happens on.
On the 4th of July.
No.
Cinco means 4th and Mayo means July.
Nope. I think most Americans do know how to count up to 10 in Spanish.
Well,
right?
My son certainly does.
Yeah.
He impressed our Mexican gardeners.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, ICE, if you're listening, they're fully legal. Can you leave them alone, please, for fuck's sake?
Yeah.
So he impressed them by counting to 10. They enjoyed that.
Yeah.
We were talking about Ocho for a little while. We were talking about Ocho.
The number 8?
No, the Pixar movie. Did you ever see that?
Oh.
Really good movie. Ocho. Not a lot of people talk about that movie.
I know of the movie Coco.
That's what I meant.
Okay. Sure. That's not a number.
It might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Here, I'm going to put this up against your face.
It's 4th of July. That's the holiday. Greg.
Oh, my God. That's the holiday. Hang on a second. I'm going to cover your face just a little more.
Yes, that's great. Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
There we go.
Cool. Sounds good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, 4th of July, Greg.
Hey, happy 4th of July, Craig.
Hey.
There's no reason for your mic to be that high. You should just lower that.
Oh, okay. I don't know why it was up so high. I'm kind of sad, Greg.
Why are you sad, Craig? Oh, hang on. We forgot to start the episode. Then can you tell us why you're sad?
Okay.
All right, go ahead and start the episode.
Welcome to Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. My name is Craig. I'm talking about lettuce.
And it's not important what my name is.
Lettuce. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Now, Craig was just saying why. And by the way, let's just assume he's serious when he says that he's sad. Okay. That is not a joke. He's really serious and he's really sad. He's extremely sad, like depressed sad.
Okay.
Let's all just assume that.
I didn't say that, but yeah.
Well, you might be. You look depressed to me. You look like you're depressed. Why are you so sad, Craig? It's Cinco de Mayo. What? This is a day of celebration in the Mexican culture.
I think it's the United States holiday. That's the holiday.
All right, we'll agree to disagree. Go ahead. Why are you sad? Why are you sad, Craig Benzine?
I'm out of coffee. I finished it.
Hang on a second. Tilt your head back.
Okay.
Open your mouth.
Uh-huh.
You're not out. Look at this.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nice job. I don't think you got any.
Well, I mean, okay, I tried.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just went in your. I think
now I'm more sad.
Your beard caught it.
I got a little bit in my mouth, but not enough. Now I'm even more sad.
You got more in your beard. Why don't you suck it out of your own beard?
It'll absorb. It'll be fine. It'll absorb into my skin eventually.
You mind if I suck it out of your beard? Is that weird?
Please stop.
Let me suck coffee out of your beard.
Please stop saying "suck" out of my beard. Please, thank you.
Man, this microphone just doesn't want to. It doesn't. It's really not. It's not being helpful today. Let's see.
Yeah.
Hang on. Try that.
Hello.
Is that better?
How about there?
Okay. I mean, if that's the way you want to do it, I guess. Man. Well, all right, so listen, there's no reason for you to be sad. You just had a little bonus coffee. You thought that you were out, but you had a little extra. By the way, we need to apologize to our listeners. If you guys listened to the last episode, you probably thought the whole time, hey, God damn it, why is Greg's level too low? Greg's level is like 10 decibels lower than Craig's. That's probably what they were saying.
I was just talking really loud, I think.
Well, actually, that's not the truth.
Oh.
There's a little button on this microphone, and it's horribly placed, and so I put tape over it so it won't switch over to the attenuator level, which is 10 decibels lower. So you guys were very, very observant to notice that it was 10 decibels lower.
They said 10 specifically?
They did. They said it sounds like Greg Benson is 10 decibels lower than Craig Benzine.
Wow. They said all of them?
All of them said that.
Did they? Was the timestamp on the comment exactly the same for all of them?
Yeah.
They all said it at the same time.
They said it at the same time. I know. I don't know how they did it, but our listeners are very good at
group hive mind.
Hive mind. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. Group think.
Group think. Group mind.
Group cloud.
Hive think.
Hive.
We have a listener question, by the way, that we should address. This actually came in several weeks ago, and then I forgot. I saved it for us, but it is an excellent question.
Okay.
It is from Danielle O'Brien, one of our trusty patrons.
Okay.
Who pays us $3 a month.
He's one of the trusty patrons.
He's very trusty. All of our patrons are trusty.
Okay.
On Patreon.
Okay.
Donnell O'Brien writes, if you could eat, would it be a bacon tomato sandwich? Feel free to ad-lib the other ingredients. Okay, so we're going to ad-lib what else we might add to a bacon
If we could eat.
If we could eat.
Yeah.
Would it be a bacon tomato sandwich? Ad-lib the other ingredients. All
it's hard, as someone who doesn't eat, it's hard to contextualize this.
Okay, well, I have eaten in the past, so I remember what it was like.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I'm not currently eating right now.
What did you eat?
Well, this morning I had some eggs and some toast and blueberries.
I did too. It was very good.
Yeah. See, so you have eaten in the past.
What? That's eating?
You're just not eating right now.
Oh, I didn't have blueberries though. I didn't have blueberries.
Well, there's still time, Wayne. We have plenty of blueberries.
Okay, I did have an apple and peanut butter.
Oh my God, this is great conversation.
And I had some cereal.
Oh my God, great.
And I had eggs and toast.
You know, that's actually
watermelon. I had watermelon.
It's one of my favorite moments of the movie Sunshine Boys when Richard Benjamin goes to meet George Burns for the first time, and he's just this kind of feeble old man, and George Burns says, "Did you eat?" And Richard Benjamin says, "Oh yeah, I had breakfast." And then he starts to talk to him about something else, and then George Burns interrupts him and says, "What'd you have?" He said, "I said, excuse me." He goes, "What'd you have for breakfast?" He goes, "Oh, I had eggs and toast." And then George Burns says, "I had fruit compote and cottage cheese." Because that is a conversation that people have.
Yeah.
You know, you want to know what someone else ate, basically, so that you can tell them what you ate.
Yeah, but when that kind of conversation comes around when you are on this podcast, you get nervous and you think, "Uh-oh, people are going to leave. This is boring."
And they did leave.
Did they?
Yeah, they're gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, most people have already tuned out.
How do you?
I'm getting it. Hang on.
Yeah.
It's 17%, actually. Just 17% of the people tuned out.
Okay.
Yeah, we still have 83%.
Oh.
Wait. One person doesn't like numbers. Now we have 82%.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
okay.
Sorry about that.
You know what? Maybe we just have a conversation the way people do, Greg. And people like that.
Listen, I'm gonna be the first to ad-lib another ingredient for the bacon tomato sandwich.
Sure.
Cucumber. A bacon cucumber tomato sandwich.
That would be good.
That's called a BCT.
What about avocado?
Oh, a BAT, a bat sandwich.
Yeah, there was a place down the street from my apartment in Chicago that served a blast.
What's that?
That was
bacon, lettuce, avocado, sexy time, and tomato sandwich.
Yeah, the sexy time was really gross. It was really.
I don't want sexy time on my sandwich.
Yeah. It was. You'd order the sandwich, and then two people would come out. Two people who loved each other very much.
Oh God. Okay. I don't know if I want to hear the rest of this story. They'd come and fuck your sandwich. Is what you're saying?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? It was shrimp. Shrimp was.
Shrimp.
Yeah.
Wait, shrimp, sexy time. In my book, they're one and the same.
Okay, well, to each their own, I say.
Do you guys remember earlier in the podcast when I poured coffee into Craig's mouth and then I missed his mouth and it got into his beard? Wasn't that exciting?
Several people didn't see it. The people who aren't watching on YouTube.
Oh,
but
I mean, they heard about it.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, they could tell just by what we were saying what was happening.
They probably could tell.
Yeah.
I mean.
Anyway, the bottom line is we're very, very sorry that my microphone was too low in the last episode, and now, as you can tell, it's been fixed, and it's amazing.
The bottom line is the blast sandwich was delicious. That's the bottom line.
So you add bacon, lettuce, ass, sexy time, and tomato.
No.
Ass sexy time.
No.
So okay, I'd order that sandwich.
Well, it depends on my mood, but that's not what the blast is. That's not...
You know what I could go for? Some bacon, some lettuce, some ass sexy time, and some tomato.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It was bacon, lettuce, avocado, shrimp, tomato.
Great.
Yeah.
Which brings us to this week's sponsor. We do have a real sponsor who is paying us money this week. I would like to congratulate us on getting an actual sponsor. This week's episode is sponsored by...
You're congratulating us?
Yeah, because we're making money.
Okay.
This week's episode is sponsored by Craig Benzine. He's a good guy, that Craig Benzine. Tell your friends. That's Craig Benzine. A real good guy.
Who's paying us for this?
You are. You owe me $7,500.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. $7,500. Can you Venmo that to me right now? Just Venmo me $7,500.
No.
Why? Oh, because the limit's $5,000? What's the limit?
Well, the account connected to my Venmo probably doesn't have that much in it.
Okay, well, you need to add more into that account and then go ahead and Venmo me, because I've already done the sponsorship. I did all the talking points that you wanted. And if you don't pay, then you're in arrears. Yeah,
but I didn't actually
hang on a second.
Sign any contract with you.
Hang on a second.
You said arrears.
I said arrears for the first time. We have a new word, guys. We've done 147,000 episodes, and I've never said the word arrears on this show before.
That's one that I don't think you've said before. Yeah.
No, I've never said arrears before. And you know what? I feel like the rest of this episode we're going to try to say arrears as much as possible.
Wait, can we have a timeout for a second?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Time out. What exactly does arrears mean?
Oh, it's like let's say that you're having ass sexy time with multiple women.
We don't have to say that.
They have arrears.
No.
I think that's what it is.
No, because you used it in a different context just a second ago.
I don't think I did. I think I was talking about ass sexy time.
No, you weren't.
Like that sandwich that you like to eat. You know how you like to eat that sandwich that has ass sexy time?
When you say words,
if you have two words, two sandwiches like that, you're having arrears.
Greg, when a word comes up that sounds anywhere close to something sexual, you seem to forget what we were talking about.
That's because I'm 14 years old.
Yeah,
I am literally 14 is the age when boys are more obsessed with sex. If anyone listening has a 14-year-old boy, I want you to know your boy is just thinking about sex 24 hours a day.
Doesn't that just last like for a whole man's lifetime?
Yeah, it's starting at 14 for the rest of your life.
Sure.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah,
that's how it goes.
No, seriously, what does arrears mean?
Arrears means when you owe money to someone, and when you've lost like a judgment and if you haven't paid them, and you owe them, then you're in arrears. You're in. It means you owe them the money, and you're late. You're late, and you're currently
in arrears.
You're in arrears. You owe them. I mean, I think that's what it means.
Okay.
Maybe I'm using it incorrectly. If so, our patrons are going to tell me.
Okay. Well, thank you. Timeout over.
Oh,
okay.
Great. Yeah, I forgot that was in a timeout.
That was a timeout. Yeah.
Man, that's so exciting that all of our audience gets to hear our timeout conversation.
Mm-hmm. Time in, game on.
Great. Mm-hmm. Great. Speaking of time, Dave Brubeck had this album called Time Out. It's a famous jazz album. Like probably
did you just make a call Time Out just now?
Probably no. I'm talking about the name of an album.
Okay, sure. Okay.
And the name of it is Time Out.
Wait, are we taking a time out?
Yes, now it's a time out.
Okay.
Now it's a time out.
Okay.
And the name of the album is Time Out.
Okay.
But we're still in a timeout.
Okay, good.
Time back in.
All right.
So timeout is the name. Yes, this is confusing, I know. Just go with it.
Okay.
So it's a very famous album. A lot of people know the song Take 5, which is on Timeout, which is weird. They're similar. Take 5 is, ba ba da ba da ba da ba da bum 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 ba ba dum ba 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 dum ba.
Not familiar.
Very, very. No, you see, that's weird because in my opinion, it's like probably the most famous jazz piece ever. Like I feel like everybody knows Take 5. And just the other day, China was talking about how she doesn't like jazz, but I was like putting on some records, and I'm like, and this one record was like a sampler thing. Mm-hmm. It was on paper too. It was a little square paper record.
Oh,
from Columbia in 1964.
Okay,
a little square paper record because we got a bunch of free records. Anyway, so I'm playing this thing.
Square record?
Yeah, I know, a little square paper record. It was on paper. And it sounded surprisingly good. And part of it was Take 5. And I'm like, oh, well, you know this song. I know you don't like jazz, but I know you know this. She's like, nope, never heard it before. I'm like, you've never heard Take 5 by the Dave Brubeck Quartet?
I don't think I have either.
Well, that's crazy. That doesn't make sense to me.
Can you play it right now?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'll play it. I'll look it up. But I just feel like it's been used in countless movies and TV shows. And
yeah.
I just feel like everybody knows this. Like, I just feel it's a common...
I've heard drums before.
Yeah, well, these are drums.
Yeah. Yep, I know this. Yep.
Yeah, so you do know it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, everybody. Everybody sing along. This is going to be great.
Sing along
we'll all sing
to jazz.
So now you know it.
I know it.
You didn't know it when I was singing it.
No, because it did not sound like that.
All right,
you didn't have drums when you were singing it.
I know. The drums were in my mind.
Your mouth did not sound like the piano.
You know what? That's not the first time I've heard that.
Okay.
A lot of people, like when I talk to people, they're like, "Oh my God, it's so great to meet you. Your mouth doesn't sound at all like a piano."
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And they're like, yeah. And your hair doesn't look at all like a Jello mold. I'm like, okay.
Everyone says that?
Yeah, and like everybody that I meet, they say shit like this. And I'm like, what's wrong with you people?
Okay.
And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, we're all having a stroke.
Oh, why are you meeting a lot of people that are having a stroke?
I don't know. A lot of times I meet my fans.
Are you hanging out in old folks' homes?
I hang out in old folks' homes, and they're all having a stroke constantly.
Okay.
I hang out at it's a place I go to called Strokes Aplenty.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a what called that?
Strokes Aplenty.
What's called that?
It's a place.
It's a place. Okay.
A place.
Okay, you mumbled your words. I didn't understand what you said.
I said place. It's a place.
It's a place called...
It's a place called Strokes Aplenty.
Strokes Aplenty.
Why are you making a big deal over words?
I just wanted to know what you said so that I know how to respond.
All right, so when Danielle O'Brien said, if you could eat, would it be a bacon tomato sandwich? Feel free to ad-lib the other ingredients. I responded, ooh, great conversation starter. Thanks. We'll get to that in the next episode. Now, it turns out that was a lie because this was like 6 weeks ago.
Oh my God!
That he left this comment. I'm assuming that Donnell is a man's name.
I was going to say I'm not sure. I don't know.
I mean, it's not a name that I'm familiar with. It sounds Irish, especially when it's followed by O'Brien. That sounds so Irish, doesn't it?
O'Brien is extremely Irish.
And I'm just amazed that someone in Ireland can understand this podcast, which is in English.
That's true. They might not be in Ireland though either. They might just
you're right. They might just have that name.
Yes.
But possible. Let's just assume that they're listening all the way from Ireland, but that they can understand English.
I know. China and I visited Ireland once,
and I bet everybody you met was speaking English.
I was like, what? What are you saying to me? I don't. What? Yeah, that's the kind of tourists we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you ask someone to speak louder, then you'll understand them
Speak
better.
louder. Speak louder. Someone's speaking to me in Spanish. Can you speak louder? Louder.
You understand them every time.
Yeah.
I love that we're both wearing red.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the colors of America, of the U.S. When I say America, I mean the U.S., but that's not right because America is Canada. It's
South America.
It's South America. It's Central America. It's Mexico.
Yeah.
Which is.
So we celebrate America today. So it's like we're celebrating Mexico. Right?
Well, that's not what we're celebrating, though. We're celebrating the USA. We're celebrating Independence Day.
There's no reason to be so specific on a day like this.
Well, I agree, but that's just what the holiday is. That's just a fact.
Can't we all just celebrate that as people we are independent and we all have independent thought? I think that's what we're celebrating today.
That's not really what we're celebrating, though. I think what we're celebrating is the founding of this country.
Okay, well, I've already found it. I mean, it's obvious where it is. You can look at a map and you're like, oh, I'm already there.
You could just look down.
Oh, here we are.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to talk about the colors I'm wearing because I just realized that I'm wearing a red shirt, but it has blue on it.
It has a blue splotch.
And am I a white guy? Yes. Red, white, and blue.
Okay.
Boom.
I'm wearing blue. I'm wearing blue shorts. So.
Oh yeah. Well, there's also this is sort of bluey on your shirt. It says bluey.
Blue shorts.
Yeah.
And bluey. It's gray. It's red, black, and blue. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, which are the colors of America. And also, you're a white guy.
And I'm a white guy, yeah. So
you know what I just realized? But
our skin isn't technically white, Greg.
Well, I know. We're more like pink people. We're pink or peach, something like that.
Yeah, goofy.
I think white people should be just renamed pink people, and black people should be renamed brown people.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
I wouldn't say pink. It's more like peach. Or
I think some people are pretty pink. I feel like I'm pretty pink.
Depends on the color. It depends on the white balance, you know?
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. Mm-hmm. Wow. Boy, this is great. So anyway, so happy America Day, everybody. Hope you enjoy your America. Yeah. Everything's going great in America. We have nothing to complain about. We're all very, very happy.
United States specifically?
But you know what's weird about, like, we're now 2 or 3 weeks ahead of schedule, and this episode will not premiere until probably the end of July or something. And who the fuck knows what's going to happen with this country by then?
I mean, I know, and I can give you some insider trader tips if you need them
Oh,
later.
yeah, absolutely.
Later.
Oh, like by the end of July, you'll tell me what to invest in early July?
Not on this episode, I will tell you.
I would like to put some money into something that I know is going to like increase 500-600 times as much as it's worth now.
That might not happen. That's a lot.
I mean, if 5 or 6, let's say that I invested like $1, and then it increased 500 times that, then what would I make? 500 times $1. You do the math. I mean, I'm not really good with math.
Okay, you could have done the math.
I don't. Yeah. 500 times one. You carry the one.
So 500 ones. How many is that?
501. That's so much. It'd be like a big basket full of ones.
Yeah, 500 of them.
And then I would just take it. I'd take it to the laundromat or whatever, wherever you deposit money. And I would just say, here, I want to...
You can deposit money at the laundromat, but you're doing laundry when you do that.
No, but I deposit it like in it, because it's like a big basket, but the basket has no top, so you put it in a dryer, the dryer closes, you keep it in there,
That's where you keep your money?
And you just keep it in there to keep it safe.
Now, why would you think that's safe?
Because it has a door that closes.
Yeah.
And as long as you keep putting quarters in it, then that's your dryer.
It's a business that anyone can come into, and
yes, but if you keep putting quarters in it and it keeps spinning, then people can't open it because you're paying for it.
Well, that's true. If you keep putting quarters in, are you going to keep? You're just going to keep doing that all day and night? If
you want to keep your money safe, unless you're an idiot and you would just walk away and leave all your money sitting in a dryer in a laundromat.
Well, yeah. Why would you put?
Idiot.
Why would you even? Yeah, I
mean, why don't you just take that money, put it in a bank? What are you thinking, Craig? Put your money in a bank.
That sounds great. That's a great idea.
Okay, well now you're changing your story, but okay, fine.
But also, I don't think if you're going to invest in stocks, it's not going to be cash. You're not going to see any cash money. It's going to be
really.
Yeah.
What if you invest in cash? If you invest in cash, you get cash back.
Okay.
Yeah. What if you have one of those coupons for a rebate?
Okay, then you might get cash.
Yeah.
But that's not an investment. That's just a rebate.
I don't really understand investments, but all I know is if you put money into a rebate, then you're going to get 500 ones or something like that. I mean, it's all I know. I don't know how things work. Can I just ask, do you think Danielle O'Brien is enjoying this part now that we're not talking about him anymore?
You know what? I think people enjoy parts of the episode when we're not talking about them specifically.
Really?
I think they do.
Well, just in case, I think we ought to dedicate the Patreon-only bonus section directly to Danielle O'Brien.
Okay.
And I want to just say...
When does it start, though?
Right now.
Okay. All right. Hey!
Hey, guess what?
What?
I was wrong. It didn't start right then.
Oh, no!
Nope, it starts right now.
Are we sure?
Nope, I was wrong the second time. I don't know when... Oh, there it goes.
This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast.
That's the end of the Patreon-only bonus section.
That's what I was going to say.
That also doesn't make any sense.
Say.
Yeah, I know. But you didn't, and I said it.
Listen, we're going to make a possible correction. Is it Donnell O'Brien?
Yeah, we just heard on the Patreon-only bonus section, Danielle O'Brien said, by the way, my name is not pronounced Danell, it's pronounced Donnell. Donnell O'Brien.
That's not what happened.
No, Donnell O'Brien sent us the message, and we're like, okay, we'll correct that.
We just decided maybe it's not pronounced Donnell. That's all.
Maybe
that's
it's
all
Danielle. Do you think it's Danielle?
Absolutely not.
It might be Danielle. I want to thank Danielle O'Brien.
It's not
pretty Irish lady, Danielle O'Brien.
Well, it's not. There's no A. There's no I. It's not Danielle.
Here's what I remember on my one trip to Ireland, which was now, 30 years ago. I went to Ireland, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was a younger man. And so I was...
Wait, you were a younger man 30 years ago?
Yeah, I was a younger man 30 years ago. Okay. And I was on the prowl, as they say. I was looking at the ladies, if you know what I'm saying.
Watch out.
And here's what
lock your doors,
here's
people.
What I remember.
Watch out. Whoa.
Hang on. Okay, all right, that's enough sounds. You've reached your maximum on sounds.
Okay.
You've maxed out.
All right.
So here's what I remember. Walking around, especially the city of...
Schromblig.
What's the big city?
Schromblig?
Yeah, that big city that they have
Schromblig.
like the
Dublin.
Dublin, yeah.
Yes.
Especially walking around Dublin.
I wanted you to say Schromblig.
Schromblig, Ireland, and
Yeah.
was second best to Dublin.
Sure.
Walking around Dublin, man, one beautiful redheaded woman after another. And for some reason, like in America, everybody wears blue jeans. In Ireland, at least at the time, everyone was wearing tight khakis. Like the women all wore skin-tight khakis. And
Calm down, Greg. Let's go.
A bunch of beautiful Irish girls in skin-tight khakis.
Calm down.
Boy, oh boy. And I didn't have sex with any of them.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of times you go on vacation, you're going to have some vacation sex.
Oh, sure.
I didn't have
every
any.
woman you see?
I didn't have any.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't need to know that, Greg. I didn't need to know.
What? That people have vacation sex? It's very common. Sometimes people go on vacation, they have vacation sex.
I mean, people have sex in all sorts of different times and places.
Whoa. Hold your horses. You don't want your horses trampling all over our podcast here.
That's true. That's true.
Just hold on to them.
Sorry. I mentioned sex. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Though
put your horses back in that.
You brought it up, but
what's that thing you put them in that right before a race? They're like it's like a cage, but it's got the door swings open. What do they call that?
That's what it is. A cage which the door swings open.
That's what they call it? That's the name of it?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like a good name for a
stable. I don't know.
No, stables. I think where you put them.
Startin Box.
Startin Box. That's it.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to make a Startin Box with a STARTIN apostrophe. You have just come up with the title of this episode.
Wow.
Startin Box.
Startin Box. You know what, Greg? I went for a run this morning. And,
yeah, I know that.
And when you run, you sweat. And then you shower.
Yeah.
And then you still sweat.
You still sweat. You're not done sweating.
Still sweat.
Well, the problem is you showered too soon.
Well, you didn't, though. I waited a little bit.
No, you got to wait like a week and a half.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. You wait a week and a half, then you take that shower. You'll be all done sweating.
I could just also shower even though I'm still sweating. I can continue to shower.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So sometimes you shower, and then you get out of a shower, you're still sweating.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you take a shower, you get out of the shower, and you're still showering.
How so?
Well, because then you realize you didn't actually get out of the shower.
Oh.
You think you got out of the shower.
Sure.
But you didn't.
Okay. I've never every time I've gotten out of the shower, I was well aware I did. Every time I was in the shower, I was well aware I was showering. So
hang on a second.
Yeah.
I just checked my Venmo. No, the money still hasn't come in, Craig.
Oh, that's probably because I didn't send it and never will. So
I don't think that's. Frankly, I feel like that's. You're not being generous, right now.
You know who is generous?
Who is generous?
The other sponsor of this video, Greg Benson, everybody. The sponsor of this video. If you want to be really cool, get Greg, people. That's his motto. Thank you, Greg Benson, for sponsoring this video, and you paid $7,500 for that ad spot. So, are you Venmoing me?
I am right now.
And Venmoing me $7,500?
$7,500. Yep.
Okay.
Done.
That didn't look like you were Venmoing.
No, that was Venmo.
No,
I did.
That was your lock screen. So
I have Venmo set up to work on my lock screen, so I have to open my phone.
Well, and so in the buttons you were pushing, you don't see them. You just know that they're there.
They're just. They are disguised as the picture of my wife and my son.
Okay.
And I just push them, and then it sends you money.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Listen. I always pay my debts.
Are you you're like a Lannister?
Oh my God! Sometimes do you ever slide down the Lannister?
No,
that's super
have
fun.
Slid down a banister.
If you ever slide down a Lannister, man, are they surprised! And at first they don't like it, but then when you get to a certain area, they love it.
Yeah, but then you fall on your ass because it's a fictional character.
It is?
Yeah.
So you the whole time you're sliding down a fictional character and you didn't even know it?
Yes. Exactly.
Wow. Mm-hmm. What other fictional characters have you slid down, Craig?
Oh, Jean-Luc Picard.
Nice.
Yeah.
One time I slid down Q the Winged Serpent, which is the name of the movie that we're watching on Sunday.
Okay.
You didn't even know that, did you?
Not a fictional. Is that a fictional character?
Yeah,
that's
sure.
a movie.
Well, it's a character in the movie.
Q the Winged Serpent.
Yeah. And by the way, if anybody's listening to this, just tune in to Bad Movies Live on
You know what?
Sunday,
I'm okay with this.
Sunday,
I'm going to
July
be on
6th.
this one. I'm going to be on this one.
Yeah, Sunday, July 6th. Now, you probably won't hear this until the end
No.
of July, so you're going to have to go back in time.
Yes.
Or join my Patreon, which is patreon.com/mediocrefilms, and that's where you'll be able to hear the episode, along with every other episode that you've done, and every other episode that I've done.
How many is that now?
I think we're nearing 650 episodes.
Jeez. Wow.
Yeah.
Has it been a different movie every time?
Yes. Okay, that's not exactly true. We did rewatch The Room because I had a guest on who she really wanted to watch The Room. I was like, we've already watched it, but you know what? The Room is such a classic.
Susan Sarandon? Was that?
Yeah, when I had Susan. How did you know? I had Susan Sarandon.
She
on.
loves The Room.
She really does. So Susan and I watched that, and I'm going to tell you exactly how many episodes we've done of Bad Movies Live because I have it right here. It turns out that's not it. It turns out that we have done 619 episodes. So this weekend, China will be episode 620, and you will be 621. So not quite as many as I thought, but still, that's a lot. 600 by the end of this weekend, 621 episodes.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Wow.
That's a lot of bad movies.
That is a lot of bad movies. I feel like I'd probably quit long ago.
Every once in a while, we will do a Good Movies Live. I'll do maybe one or two of those a year. And
Well, we accidentally watched a good one.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'll watch like a favorite of mine. Like we've watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail. We've watched Arthur with Dudley Moore. We've watched Airplane. Like in Diner. We've watched some of my favorite movies of the past that a lot of people haven't seen. We watched The Sunshine Boys, which most people haven't seen. We watched another great movie that I love that some people think is a bad movie. It's not. It's a great movie. Is Joe versus the Volcano.
Yeah.
Ever seen that?
Yeah, I haven't seen it for a long time. I remember liking it.
It's great. It holds up completely. I love that movie to tears.
We watched Psycho Goreman, you and I did, and that was great.
And I have still saved that for Kim to see.
Yeah,
which was terrific.
That is great.
But anyway, we're going to watch another good movie later this month because the new Spinal Tap sequel is coming out. So we will take this opportunity to watch This Is Spinal Tap later in July.
Why can't you and I watch that?
Because we're going to watch Q the Winged Serpent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why. Yeah.
And the movie that I picked out for your wife is called Shrunken Heads, and I can't wait to watch both of these. Shrunken Heads is a kids movie.
Oh, have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen any of these.
Okay.
Except the good
Greg,
ones.
I'm letting you talk about Bad Movies Live an awful lot right now.
Well, all right, then then why don't you talk about something that you're doing on your YouTube channel? I'm sure people will find this fascinating.
Well, I'm making my parents exercise for the next video, which will be in a little while.
What sort of exercise?
Just like a regular workout routine, like a good one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how are you doing this without them hurting themselves?
Well,
when elderly people exercise and they're not used to it, they often tear muscles and hurt their backs.
It is sponsored by the personal trainer app that sponsors a lot of my videos.
So you think that an app is going to save your parents from hurting themselves?
Yes, because it's a personal trainer. It's a person on the other side who's they talk to, who organizes
a live person.
A live person.
Don't you realize that's not a live person? That's just AI. Don't you realize that?
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's AI.
Well, I have one of them is also my trainer who's training my dad.
What's the name? AI Jackson?
His name is Nathaniel Frizzell.
Oh. Nathaniel. N-A-I Thaniel. Nathaniel. That's the AI. They're disguising it.
Oh my God!
You see? Not
I
even
have
a real
interviewed
person.
him.
Yeah.
Zoom call. And
and when you interviewed him, were all of his answers like beep, bop, borp, calculating answer?
Oh my God! Yes, some of them were. That's right. He did go beep, bop, borp, calculating answer a bunch. I thought that was just
that's how you can tell if someone's AI.
Okay.
If you ask them a question and they say beep, bop, borp, calculating answer.
Okay, interesting. Why the beeps and the bops and the borp? That doesn't seem necessary.
Just to let you know that they're AI. It's required by law.
Okay.
You can't just disguise AI as real. Then you could just fool people with like fake news clips and influence their votes. Okay. I mean, wouldn't that be crazy?
Okay, back on track, Greg. Let's go. Let's go. So I'm doing
Sorry,
that.
I got miserable there for a minute.
you did.
Absolutely miserable when thinking about prospects of the future.
I'm doing that, and I'm also working on a little mini documentary in which I followed a friend of mine who's an engineer who inspects bridges. We inspected 12 bridges in Wisconsin.
Wow, and he's a big Packers fan, and he's from Japan?
No, that's a different documentary that I finished. Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
This is a mini documentary.
You're working on two documentaries.
It's for YouTube.
For
I'm
YouTube.
just calling it a mini documentary.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so you're following these Packers fans from Japan. There's like a bunch of Japanese Green Bay Packers fans.
Yes.
Why do they choose the Green Bay Packers instead of, say, like the Dallas Cowboys? It feels like they'd probably choose the Dallas Cowboys.
Why?
Well, because that's America's team. Everyone knows that.
Well, a lot of them really resonated with the fact that it's a small town.
Okay.
The stadium is like as big as a population of Green Bay.
Wow.
And it's owned by the town.
Okay.
It's not owned by a billionaire.
Okay.
A lot of them like that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them discovered football when Aaron Rodgers was like was champion of the NFL.
Oh, God. Why did I even ask? No, go on. This is fascinating.
This was long before Aaron Rodgers that we know today.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
And the Packers were doing well.
Why?
I think it has mostly to do with the small
I just want to apologize to everybody.
local community feel of it.
I didn't realize it would come to this.
The documentary doesn't even mention Aaron
God.
Rodgers, Greg.
Oh, my God.
Or it does maybe a little.
Are we done?
Jesus. Jesus.
By the way, who's Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, he's quarterback.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. It's great.
He was a quarterback for the Packers for a while.
Where'd the rest of his back go? Where'd the other three quarters go?
There, it's all there.
Well, that doesn't make sense. You just said the guy was a quarterback.
Yeah.
So, obviously, I want to know where the rest of his back went.
I think that refers to how far back he is from the line of scrimmage.
He's a quarter of the way back? So that's like if it's 100 yards, he's like 25 yards back?
No. I feel like it has to do with,
football is so
I
complicated.
think it has to
like
do with
you're
the other people around him.
The other people around him. So there's more
relative
people.
to them, he's
And
a
are
quarterback.
are they all quarterbacks also?
Well, there's fullbacks, there's halfbacks.
Yeah.
There's
a three quarterback, obviously.
wide receivers.
You can't have a quarterback and fullbacks and halfbacks without three quarterbacks, right?
Quarterbacks?
Are there three quarterbacks?
No, they're no.
Okay, well, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And also, you know what else doesn't make sense? In baseball, why is there only a shortstop between second and third and not another shortstop between first and second? That's never made sense to me.
Probably makes it too difficult.
Nope, that is never. It's. You know what? I'm all about keeping things, even, and it's like I want for the baseball diamond to look like a Wes Anderson film.
Oh my
I want
God!
it to be perfectly divided in the center and completely symmetrical. And
I feel like if you had a shortstop in the between first and second, it would be too many. It'd be too hard for the batter.
Well, then take out the shortstop between second and third. If you don't need one between first and second,
no, that has just enough difficulty. I feel like it's just the right amount.
I don't like it. It's not symmetrical. I don't care for it, and it makes me angry.
My God,
I get so angry.
Okay,
and also let's talk about soccer for a second.
Okay,
isn't soccer perfect?
I like soccer a lot.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay, but a lot of the world would call it football. So
yeah, I know, but that's weird. It's called soccer.
But
football's a different sport.
Yeah, but soccer uses the foot way more than football does.
Oh my God, you're so right. They should call football handball. Wait a minute, but then what are they going to call handball? Tennis.
Okay, but it's not. But then what do they call tennis?
Football.
Okay. I think we figured it out. Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
I think we went full trapezoid or whatever. I don't know.
Can we just stop talking just for like 5 minutes?
Okay. Well, are you sick of talking?
Yeah, I really am.
You're sick of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just stop for like 5 minutes.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Was that too much?
Yeah.
Was it overwhelming? Yeah. Okay. Like when we were talking, it was like it added stress to.
You're still talking, Greg. I'm just trying to enjoy my water here.
Coffee's gone.
I know, so is my water. My water ran out. Well, now there's no reason to stop talking. I mean, I was going to just enjoy the water, but water, I forgot to fill up my water before the podcast.
I didn't even. I thought I would have coffee.
Yeah,
but I finished it before we even started.
Well, whose fault is that, Craig?
Timing.
How many coffees have you had today?
That was my third.
Yeah, I had 3 yesterday just because your wife made a cortado with maple syrup and sea salt.
Did we not talk about this last episode?
We did, but I still can't get over how freaking good it was.
Okay.
Maple.
So to them, we talked about this a week ago.
I know, and it's like we are a week later still talking about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what we're going to eat for lunch today.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Food.
Yeah.
More food talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. So
hey,
today,
welcome to Food Talk with Greg and Craig.
My name's Greg.
My name is Craig, and I like food.
Me too.
Shove food in your face.
This episode brought to you by food. We're looking for something to eat? Try food.
Food will fill you up your stupid belly.
Okay, now you don't need to insult their bellies.
Okay.
You know? I feel like they have average bellies.
Bellies don't think. They don't have brains.
Oh, that's true. They're pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to eat pizza today. End of conversation.
That was it?
Yeah.
We are eating pizza?
That's it. We're
I
eating
didn't know
pizza.
that.
Yeah, we're going to go.
That's exciting.
Well, if Ada wants to go eat pizza.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
She likes pizza.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That
was it? Just pizza? What kind of pizza?
Look, we won't know until we get there. We're gonna have to make decisions.
Now it seems like you don't even want to talk about food.
I really don't want to talk about food, Craig.
This was our episode of We Love Food.
I know, but it has nothing to do with the Startin Box, and I feel like we're ignoring the Startin Box.
Oh, you're sad that we're ignoring the title of the episode.
Yeah,
for the first time ever.
The episode is called Startin Box, and we've barely talked about a Startin Box.
You are worried about making sure that the title matches what we're talking about.
By the way,
for the first time ever.
I feel like when a boy loses his virginity to a girl, he should brag to his friends that he got his first Startin Box.
Okay.
that's how I feel. That's what losing your virginity is. You getting your Startin Box.
Sure.
All right. Now you come up with another meaning for the term Startin Box.
Okay. I feel like your first car should be called your Startin Box.
Yeah, especially if it's a Volvo.
Okay.
They are boxy.
Yeah, we have a Volvo. Our rental is a Volvo.
Oh man, it sure is, and it's boxy, isn't it?
It's a little boxy.
It's kind of boxy.
It does this thing where when we pull up to an intersection, the air conditioning shuts off.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
That's irritating.
And China looked up how to turn it off, and apparently it's a known thing that everybody hates.
Yeah, I would never buy a Volvo now.
Okay. I mean, it's just this one. I don't know if it's every Volvo.
It's every Volvo.
Okay.
This episode is sponsored by Volvo.
Okay.
Don't buy one of our cars. We shut your air conditioning off when you come to a stop.
Yes.
I would find that horribly irritating.
You know who really doesn't like it? Ada really doesn't like it.
Oh, well, of course not.
Yeah.
That's terrible. So what do? Do you try like, if you see a red light coming up, do you slow down a little bit so you don't actually come to a stop? You're slowing down way ahead of time?
Try to. The only thing that she found that works is if you put the brake, when you put the brake on to stop, you also push the gas with your other foot or the other foot.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Volvo, why did you do that?
Volvo! It's supposed to be like an
you?
energy saving thing, but it seems like
that's just
there
stupid.
should be a way to stop it, to turn it off.
Man. I mean, I hate to end this episode being all angry at Volvo.
That's the worst thing to end an episode on, is being angry at Volvo.
Right, well, let's talk about something good about Volvo. I mean, a lot of people say there's good things.
It's fun to say Volvo.
Yeah, I know. It sounds a lot like vulva.
Okay, I wasn't going to mention that.
Well, you can mention it now.
I feel like that's implied.
Yeah, it sounds like vulva.
It does, yes.
Yeah. Let's go get in a vulva.
Yeah.
And drive around the town.
Let's go get in a Startin Box.
Do you know what I hate about when I get in my Startin Box, which is a vulva?
No,
I hate
Volvo.
I hate when I stop the air conditioning goes off.
Yeah, that's what you hate.
Yeah, because then it gets real hot in that vulva.
Okay,
That's a hot Startin Box.
It's a way to save energy, though. It's
Yeah,
energy saving.
I guess it is. Anyway, that's the end of this episode of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. My name is Greg Benson.
My name is Chris Benzine.
And we really appreciate you listening. So few people do.
Yeah, you're one of the few. Or two of the few. You think there is a group of 3 listening to us right now?
There better be.
Why does there have to be?
Because if there isn't, I'm going ape, as they say.
Okay, if you're a group of 3, let us know in the comments.
Let us
know in the comments with 3 comments.
Oh, that's perfect. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Have a great week, everybody. We will see you next week on the same Bat channel.
Oh, beautiful
for
for Spain.